Right, so I want to play this video for you guys, which is absolutely remarkable. So Nick Shirley is back in Minnesota, continuing on with his investigation of the fraud that he initially uncovered. I think it was, 2 weeks ago now. And that original video, I believe, has well over 100 million views. It went mega viral. Everybody was talking about it. And it sort of started this discussion nationwide about the fraud scandal that's happening in Minnesota. And it's really bad. I mean, we're likely talking tens of billions of dollars, if not more, that are being laundered through these fraudulent daycare centers, which are primarily run by the Somali community. And that's not a secret. And I don't really care any longer if people call that racist. I mean, who cares? Right? Really, who cares? You know, those words mean nothing anymore. You know, really what matters is what people are seeing in front of them. It's what people's perception is. It's what people's perception of reality is. That's what matters. And, you know, calling people a name or a word, it just doesn't matter anymore. And there's a lot of propaganda on social media right now in the mainstream media trying to label people that are denouncing the Somali community as racist. And quite frankly, I don't care. I just don't care. And I think that we need to have that sentimentality where we just say the truth. We say what's real. We say what we're perceiving. And, you know, be damned with the names that they call you. That is how we break free from this ideological prison that the mainstream media has tried to capture people into for so long. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. That's a discussion for another video. But this is what happened when Nick Shirley went to another daycare recently and tried to expose what is actually happening.
How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out.
Okay, listen.
Get out. This is our business.
Hear each other, okay?
What are you looking for?
We don't care what you do on the parking lot.
Go this side. This private.
I can be here in the parking lot.
No. You don't be here.
Wait,
What are
can
you
we
looking
ask
for?
you about the daycare? It's all right.
What are you
It's
looking
all
for?
right. Can we ask you about the daycare?
No. I don't care, Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
This is a business.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to
Get out.
We just want to ask you about $2.25 million.
Get out.
You say
Get out
of here, man.
Get out, guys. Get out.
You cannot do that.
Get out. No, you cannot. You cannot do that.
Where?
Get out.
This is.
Get out, man. No. Get lost. Get out. No.
Sir.
You have to get out. This is our property. Get out.
Why? Can I ask you about the daycare? I have the paperwork right here.
No. Get out.
I mean, really, this is sort of the reaction that a guilty person would have, right? I mean, if you're a legitimate daycare and you have legitimate clientele, you actually cater to the community, you have kids coming in, you're a legitimate daycare. This would not be the reaction that you would have to somebody simply asking questions. Now, if someone came to your facility unannounced, I mean, you might be a little bit surprised, you might be a little bit peeved about that, whatever, but you wouldn't have this blowout where you have these low IQ crash outs and you can't have any sort of discussion whatsoever. This is the reaction of a guilty person. This is what guilty people do. They have nothing to say. They know that what they're doing is indefensible. And so the only thing they can actually resort to is name calling and yelling. This is a guilty person. It's a guilty person.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
Get out.
Can you answer the question?
Get out. No, I don't ask you any question.
You can't.
Get out.
You can't answer the
Get
question.
out. No. Who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
No, I don't give a shit. Get out.
Could you answer the question?
No, I don't.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
No. $1 million.
I don't
worry about it. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
And it's licensed for 118 children,
Get out.
but I don't see any footprints of any children here. I don't see any footprints of any children here.
Get out. Guys, get out. No, you're not asking nothing, man.
I'm just asking you about what we're seeing here.
No, get out. Get out our business.
Get
out.
Sir,
this is my property.
You have millions of people watching right now. Can you say what's the need for $2.25 million? And where are the 118 children?
Get out.
Sir, I'm just asking you a simple question.
Get out. No, you don't ask me any question. Get out.
You have the opportunity to answer the question.
No. You can't ask me nothing. Get out. Get out our business, man. Get out. Get out, man. Get out.
Sir,
get out.
Just answer the question.
No.
Just answer the question.
No, get out. Leave.
Sir, just answer the simple question.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You YouTube, man. Get out.
All right, code word has been given. We're out.
Get out.
All right.
that's basically the video. But it is remarkable because these are very low IQ people. They don't really have anything of value to say. And it's quite clear that they're likely involved in this fraudulent situation. If they wanted to prove their innocence, this is not the reaction that you would have. It definitely wouldn't be the reaction to someone simply asking questions about why you've received millions of dollars in government funding. But really the question now that is on everyone's mind, it's on my mind, is what is ultimately going to be the result of this? I mean, basically all we have right now is a viral video from Nick Shirley exposing a fraudulent scam that is happening in Minnesota as well as likely other states. But that's it. I mean, are we going to get political action? Are we going to get arrests? Are we going to get prosecutions? I don't know. I mean, one of the whole reasons why people voted for Trump and the Trump administration is because they demand action. They demand real world action. They don't just want political slogans anymore. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it, folks. They demand that things actually get done. And Trump has sort of promised them that there's going to be this mandate that things will actually happen. And this is a perfect political layup for Trump. I mean, if he doesn't ultimately do anything with this situation, that's going to lose. There's going to be a ton of credibility lost amongst his base if nothing happens, especially if nothing happens with Tim Walz. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section, and let me know if you think anything is actually going to happen with the state officials and likely federal officials that are involved in this.